Hi everyone, this is Kyle, Coach Kyle here at Golden Home Fitness, and welcome to Coach's Clinic. Today we are going to be discussing posture, or the correct posture that most people should have. So just to start off, I just want to say everyone is a little bit different in their posture. Not everyone has the exact same posture. And that being said, there is no one perfect posture for someone. So this is more of a general idea of what your body position should be during your posture. So I just want to let you keep that in mind as we go through the information about posture. So I just wanted to then move on to why is it good to have a good posture. So there's many reasons where you should have your proper posture. If you don't have proper posture, you could have wear and tear of your joints. Um, Having good posture also reduces stress on your ligaments, and having your muscles work more efficiently. So we'll go a little bit later on talking about actually exercising with good posture as well. So that will be even more important in terms of posture. So muscles can strain, they can be overused, leading to misalignments. They can decrease your flexibility and cause pain or discomfort, mostly in your neck, shoulders, and back. So in the month of March, Coach JJ did a number of um, corrective exercises with the body. So I would definitely recommend checking out his classes back in March. So if you're having those discomforts or pains or whatnot, you go through those classes and it'll help you relax your body and help you with your posture. So there are going to be a couple of things that overlap with this class and his classes in the past. So I definitely recommend, after going through this class here, relearning. If you haven't checked him out already, go to his classes to help you, and it will help your posture as well. As I mentioned, there's so many reasons to have good posture. Now, posture actually is this other surprising things that you might not realize. Having good posture will benefit you. It helps your balance. So if you have bad posture, you could lead to imbalances. It can help you actually digestive system as well. So that's very important to throughout your daily life. Is when your digestive system is feeling good, um, it benefits you greatly. And then actually breathing as well. So if you're crunched up, you won't be able to take nice deep breaths. So being able to, like, your internal organs actually help when you're having good posture. Now, I actually want to show you a picture right over here. You can kind of see it in the camera. So this is more of the general idea of what good posture looks like. So speaking about the spine, so that's usually the first thing you think about when discussing posture is your spine. So the spine isn't perfectly straight. As you can see, there are some curves into it. That's natural curves. That's what you should normally have. Some curves, some people, like I mentioned before, everyone is a little bit different. So some curves are a little bit more obvious than others. So you can see the cervical is up by the neck, that has that curve inward. And then the thoracic spine curving outwards. That's the kind of the bump in your back, and that's where most of your movement is going to be when you're moving. And then the lumbar spine is in the bottom, and then it curves back under, curve back. So that's just kind of a natural curve, and then you can see this posture itself for is good posture. So let's just go over that. Like I said before, try not to repeat myself too many times, but what a good posture is, everyone's a little bit different. So speaking of good posture, you can see this person right here standing up nice and straight, nice and tall, the natural curves in the back, perfectly normal. And so just discussing standing up straight right now for posture. Your feet are going to be shoulder width apart, toes pointed straight ahead. Your knees are going to be in line with your second toe. Your pelvis is going to be rotated up. So the front is up, the back is down. That natural curves in the back, and your shoulders back and down. So it's not just the spine that when discussing posture, it is your entire body and your position of your body. So I can move back over here. So to give yourself a little bit of a test, to think about your own posture while standing up straight is all you got to do is use a wall. That's all you need. So what you need to do is just stand back on the wall. Your head is on the wall. Shoulders are also on the wall. And then your butt is on the wall. Again, your feet are shoulder width apart. And then the feet should be about 2 or 4 inches away from the wall. So when you're up against the wall, what you can do is by checking your posture or your spine really here is just take your hand and slide it into your back. So that remember that I'm discussing the natural curve in your back. Put your hand back there, and what you're hoping for, what good posture is having that thickness of your hand is how much that curve there is. Again, like I mentioned before, everyone's a little bit different, but that's usually what you're hoping for as a natural curve. If it's a little bit too far out, more than a hand thickness away, you probably have a little bit too much of a curve back there, or if you can't fit it back there, your spine is probably a little bit too straight. So adjust as um, as you need to for having a nice straight, tall back with those natural curves in there. Now, another very important part for for your posture is sitting. A lot of us sit all day. If you have an office job, you're sitting in a chair, maybe you're driving. It's just all a lot of sitting. So that's definitely something that you want to think about your posture when you're doing these activities. So for when you're sitting on the ground, so let's just discuss just sitting in an office chair, for example, because driving is a little bit different when it comes to the feet. So your feet should be flat on the ground or slightly angled upward. So if you have something like underneath your toes and having your toes pointed up a little bit, that's perfectly good to have for your feet. Then or your knees are going to be at or below your hip height. Then if you have a monitor in front of you, you want to have your monitor actually a little bit below you. So imagine having that monitor here. So if you're looking straight ahead, your eyes should be at the level of the very top of the monitor. And then looking down, if you're looking at if you're sitting in front of a monitor. So be able to not lift your head up too much, not lifting your head down too much, so that your neck can be in a comfortable position while sitting on at your chair. Now, a very important part about sitting 8 hours a day in front of a desk, in front of a monitor, or even sitting in a car is what I just kind of generally explained for your posture is you actually want to move around a little bit. Well, no matter what you do, this comes to sitting, standing, any kind of movement, any kind of job that anyone might have, is you want to adjust yourself. So when you're sitting at that table or desk or wherever, you want to every once in a while kind of change your posture up a little bit. Like I mentioned, where your toes are going to be could be on a footrest, point it up a little bit. Maybe change it up a little bit and have it flat, or vice versa. Just move around a little bit, and that's where bad posture can really set in. Is if you're not moving around, and also if you don't have that much room to move around uh, to adjust while sitting there, just get up and move around a little bit. Just get those muscles moving because that's very important to keep your muscles loose, strong, all of that. And the best way to do that is to get up, move around a little bit if you can, and that would be most beneficial for you. And then let's actually discuss sleeping a little bit here. So, sleeping is another time to think a little bit about your posture. And since so much of every day is in your bed, so it very much is very similar to what I was just saying. So if you're a back sleeper, it is very much the same as standing up in your positions, thinking about your head, shoulders, back, butt, knees, and legs. So you just need to figure out the best uh, equipment, quote unquote, or bed uh, attire for sleeping. So for a pillow, yeah, make sure you have a pillow. Everyone has a almost everyone has a pillow, so having that head lift up a little bit is going to be is what you want for your head depth. Then for your comfort of your pillow or how thick it is or hard it is, that is definitely up to you. So as I mentioned before, everyone's body is a little bit different, so it's very much a test trial between which kind of pillows. And the same thing as bed. The hardness of the bed definitely depends on you, on what you prefer and what's most comfortable for you. So no matter which side, how you sleep, having your bed comfort hardness is very much up to you. And so just test a few beds and find out which one best works for you. And that's going to be what's best for your posture as well. Now let's discuss a little bit of if you're a side sleeper. So again, have a pillow under your head. Um, So on a side sleeper, you probably most likely going to want a thicker pillow because of your shoulder. So it's going as you're sleeping on your side, that pillow needs to be a little bit bigger because your shoulder is much bigger than if you were a back sleeper, than from that little bit of lift that you need if you're lying on your back. Another thing that might want to consider is a pillow between your legs. So you can separate those legs just a little bit. Maybe have that pillow between your knee. And so you'll have that much more comfortable position as you sleep while in that proper postural uh, alignment with all your joints and bones and muscles. Now, a stomach sleeper, I'll admit I'm mostly a stomach sleeper myself, but it actually is the most stressful on your body. So just keep that in mind if you are able to, if you doesn't really matter too much about your position, you can sleep on side, back, and your stomach. It is the most stressful for your body, but if that's the only way you can sleep, makes it more comfortable, then that's how you should probably sleep anyhow. So for pillows, you probably want to think about those a little bit thinner pillow under your head, uh, because that's like I said, I keep saying, quote unquote, best posture that you can have. And then maybe even think about having a pillow under your stomach as well to lift that stomach up so that natural alignment in your spine will occur while you're sleeping. Like I said, it's really do some research on each position, where you want your pillows, how the thickness of your pillows, the firmness of your bed. Just do some research if you're having a hard time with a back posture, and just you'll have to figure out which one best suits you. Now let's talk about exercising, because your posture and exercising is extremely important. Because when you're exercising, or if you're just picking up heavy loads, maybe you have a job that you pick up a lot of heavy things. So thinking about your posture is very important for the long term, because you don't want to damage your muscles or ligaments if you don't have that correct body position. So let's just maybe think about the back first, because that is the most sensitive area that you might hurt yourself and how you want your position. So I've gone over with previous weeks many exercises discussing proper body position. So it's very important to think about your body position, your posture when you're doing those exercises. But like I mentioned before, is if you're out of alignment, you can definitely hurt yourself. So thinking about your body position while you're exercising also goes hand in hand with your posture to benefit you the most. So when you're in that good posture, it works your muscles I would say like the proper amount, where when you're not exercising, those muscles are going to help you with that proper position. So when you're thinking of putting your mind to your exercises, will benefit you when you're not exercising and you don't have to think about it. And so you know that'll benefit you in the long term of your health of your life. Now, it also, when you're thinking about exercising, is thinking about your core, because your spine is part of your core, your torso. So it is when you're thinking about your core, it's going to benefit you the most when it comes to your posture. So your core is stabilizer in most exercises. So having that strong core will then benefit your posture in those positions. Okay. Now let's discuss a few ways to correct your posture. So, like I said before, if you want some corrective exercises, that go check out Coach JJ's Coach's Clinic in the month of March. So about a month ago, depending on which corrective exercise you need, check his classes out. But the first thing you might want to do is I just showed you what to do, like standing up to test yourself out, is just look in the mirror. So just kind of look at each body part, look at your shoulders, look at your neck, look at your back, look at your hips. Just see what you can find, see what you notice. Maybe there might be something that might not be quite correct. So just something to think about, or better yet, ask for someone to help you. So just have them look over your joints, kind of how your body is naturally positioned, how your posture is, or even better is a professional, a little professional, to find out if there's something that you need to work on when doing looking at your posture. Yeah, and then be mindful of your posture. It's not like not every day. You don't have to just constantly think about it. That'll stress you out, and that's not healthy for you. But just be mindful every once in a while, like, oh, let me just think about how I'm positioned, and then adjust as you might need to get that good posture. Stay active. Of course, that's kind of that's what we do here. It's yeah, it might be something that, of course, we're going to say stay active, but it very much is so important. When the more active you are, the better your posture is most likely going to become, and help you beneficial for the long term. And staying active, there's just so many benefits in staying active, and that definitely includes having your posture. Like I mentioned before, is just keep moving around. The worst thing you can do to cause bad posture is just staying still in one position. So make sure that you're staying active, moving around a little bit for your posture. Stretching helps a little bit as well. So if you're a little bit tight, and if some of your muscles are tight, you start having to not quite get into the position that you should be in. So then that will cause misalignment, and then it just cycles around being sore and being in bad posture. So make sure you stretch around a little bit, make sure your muscles are nice and loose, and you'll feel a lot more comfortable, and then it'll help your posture. Keep that good posture. And just maintain a healthy weight. Make sure you eat healthy, stay active again. It's funny how it cycles. It could easily cycle one way or equal cycle the other way. When you're healthy, you're eating healthy, you're active. It helps you. It just overlaps with each other to being having better posture, and then vice versa. If you're eating unhealthy or not active, you're staying in one position for too long, then it just cycles with each other, with being a bad posture. And then listen to your body. Really, like if you're sitting in one place and something starts to hurt for after a while, move around. That's definitely when you think about getting yourself up and active, just rolling around, moving your neck, shoulders, back, just standing up. And then if there really is something that you're finding that's really bad for you, is seek professional help. Go see a doctor or whoever, whatever you might have. And then some things that might cause bad posture, like I said, is just what I keep saying is just don't stay in one position for too long. It's very much you need to move around, and especially when you're at a desk and you're slouching, that can really hurt. Looking at a phone, just if you're looking down at your phone, um, definitely having your neck out of alignment, having it curved down too much. So just everyday things that you don't think too much about could cause a little bit of bad posture. Slouching while driving. So if you are a low rider, you might want to raise your seat up a little bit if you can. That's something that also can affect your posture. And high-heeled shoes as well. So whenever you do something for a long time, like I keep saying, is that if it's in one position for too long, out of your natural body position, it will affect your posture in the long term. And yeah, so if you have any questions or concerns about this, feel free to reach out to us. Um, yeah, posture is such an important part of our everyday daily lives. So just stay active, stay healthy, and you'll be happier for it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.